Welcome at home. Welcome here in our live audience. Glad to have you with us, everybody. I'm Frank Vasalero.
And I'm Amelia Santinello.
You know, a little bit of rain did not keep the crowds away from the fair, just some sprinkles around our time when we got here this afternoon. But earlier today, it was just really perfect conditions for walking around. Nice and cool, not too crowded yet, so just ideal. Chris Shaffer's here. He has your forecast coming up. And we want to let you know we have a really big show planned for you this Thursday.
We have a really big show planned every day.
We do.
Every day.
We do.
Today, though, it was my turn to take part in the Agri-Olympics. I had tried butter carving for the very first time. We're going to show you if I created art or a mess. And then Mama Lou, the American strong woman, is here to show us her impressive feats of strength. Jason Matheson is testing Minnesota Nice. You'll want to watch this by asking strangers to share their food. And we're taking up the Heads Up Challenge to see if Jason and I can beat Frank and Chris.
Oh, that'll be fun. Make sure to stop by and visit our WCCO booth. We're at the corner of Carnes and Nelson. We are right behind the grandstand. Absolutely hard to miss. And if you come out to our booth at certain times during the day, you get one of these free WCCO bags. Great to carry your stuff in. And the cool thing is,
it has the weather jingle.
It does, on the reverse side there.
So if you see this and if you know the weather jingle, you know that the weather watcher is green today. So that means that rain is on the way, and Chris Shaffer joins us now with the State Fair Grandstand forecast.
Yeah, I just surveyed the audience, Amelia, and about 1/3 raised their hands when I asked, did you bring your umbrella today? 1/3 did not bring the umbrella, and I love the other third. They just don't care. They're at the fair. They're having fun. They're doing the sound check right now in the grandstand, and that inspires me to ask you a question. Ain't it fun saying, sugar, we're going down to the grandstand tonight to dance? It's Paramore and Fall Out Boy. That should be an awesome show tonight at the grandstand. Now, the weather hasn't been misery business lately. It's been pretty nice. The only exception would be the rain that moved in, and we will have a chance of spotty showers through the evening. I think we're dry more than we're wet. And remember to shout out, thanks for the memories after the show tonight. Frank, Jason?
All right, thank you. We are very excited to introduce you to Garrett Young, one of our award-winning photographers here at WCCO. And not only are you a great photojournalist, but obviously he is great in the arts of animal husbandry. Welcome, Garrett.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be kind of the lead story here at the fair.
You are. Well, these are such great-looking birds. Tell us a little bit about them.
So these are silkies. They're from Asia. They're a year old, and today I won the blue ribbon at the poultry barn.
That's top place, right?
That is. It's top place.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Garrett walked over here because we're used to seeing you as a photographer, and the crew, we all thought that you stole the chickens.
Yeah.
But they're actually yours.
They're actually mine.
So you're one of these guys that got into this urban chicken farming really seriously, and I mean, it's really been cool to see what you've done with it.
I did about 5 years ago, and it's been a lot of fun. I would suggest to anybody that's interested in doing it to do a little research, talk to people that have chickens, kind of what they did right and what they did wrong, and set it up in the springtime. Think about it over winter, where you want that chicken coop and, places like that in your backyard.
Smart idea.
And you were saying these two are pretty docile.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty docile. The one on this one here is ASAP Fluffy, and the one on the other side is Little Porsche.
Fantastic names.
Yeah.
Quick, I know someone's really proud of what you did today. We'll wrap it up with that.
That would be my mom. Over here, my mom, Mary Young. It's the first time she's been at the Minnesota State Fair. There she is, waving her hand.
Oh, and her son won a blue ribbon the first time you've been to the fair,
chickens.
Mom. That is fantastic. Garrett, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Chris, Amelia, you have a different kind of bird, right?
That's right. If you enjoy birds, there's a great show every day at the DNR Park.
Yeah, when people think of the DNR Park, it's always the fish.
Yeah.
But just to the side there, they have a great birds of prey exhibit. John Carger does this show 3 times a day. He's got hawks, falcons, owls, all kinds of birds, and I got a chance to get up close and personal with some of the flock.
Fly the bird out of the tower up there, and it dives straight at the audience, and they sound like a golf audience. They're like, whoa! They just love it,
Oh, that's great.
So-
Any fear of them taking off, or are they well trained? How do you keep them?
I give them about 15 seconds, no more than that, in letting them free fly, and then I'm stimulating them to say, hey, I've got easier food for you to find. Because if I let them just start flying around, they may not go after anything that is here, but they're certainly going to go back into the hunting hole, because that's what I'm teaching them. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Wow. Welcome to the Minnesota State Fair.
lighter than I thought he would be.
They're very light. They're hollow bone so that they can be light enough to fly.
Highlight of my fair so far.
That is so cool.
That was a hawk, and that was awesome.
Were you
And
nervous at all?
a little bit, because John is a character. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a chunk of meat, and like bites off a chunk, puts it on my hand, and then that bird comes flying right over.
Oh,
it
that
was
is-
super cool.
So you said 3 times a day, every
Yes.
day is at the DNR show? DNR
Right by the
Park,
pond
rather,
with the
day-
fish, yes.
11, 2, and 4 o'clock. Now, every day here, we're also asking you to figure out where in the fair is Jamie Yukis. She has been all over the place. She's been on rides, she's been to Machinery Hill, she's been to the Coliseum, so we want to give you a hint. This is today's first clue. It says ticket per person one way. Audience, do you think, does that look familiar to you? Okay, they're saying Skyway. We're going to give you another clue in a few minutes, and then later on we'll show you where Jamie is. Jason, you have a fair favorite with us.
I got the good assignment
Yeah.
now. You are looking at the man that is single-handedly responsible for the show, because without it, our producer Aaron wouldn't be able to do his work. This is Al from Al's Malts. Look at this. I always ask this, what is your secret? Because people love your malts.
Well, we use fresh fruit and a lot of whipped cream, cherry, and a lot of love.
Low cal.
No calories.
No calories.
No. And I'm Mark.
Mark, I'm sorry. Well, what is there any new flavors this season?
No, we have chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, raspberry, hot fudge, and caramel.
Most popular? Biggest seller?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yep.
No contest? No contest. Well, we always like to. Do you guys want some free malts? Let's deliver. Let's give the people what they want. We'll deliver some free malts out there, and I'll save one for Frank. Frank, I'm saving this for you, buddy.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fergus Falls Marching Band drum line. Welcome, kids. Great to have you. Scott Cumrow's here. This is not any kind of drum line. Listen to what they did.
Well, we in 2013 we played in the presidential inaugural parade, so we just came off of that last year, and
That's a big deal. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think but it's about half the band now because some guys have graduated,
Sure.
obviously, and the new crop's coming in. The new crop is great. So
How often do kids like this practice?
we've actually been out of the routine for a little while now, but we practice pretty hard in the summer. At the beginning of the summer, we hit it hard in the first week. And then it's throughout the month of June we rehearse.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the community is really supporting you. You had some good news.
Yeah, we have a great community in Fergus Falls. Not only did they fund our trip to the inaugural parade, paid for everything, right after that they bought us brand new uniforms. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, good for you guys. All right. Well, ladies, are you in charge? I see you have the
We're in
whistles.
charge, yeah.
All right. Let them be in charge. Just a second. We'll have you play us to the break. Scott, thank you. Thank you very much for coming out, kids.